बहुत मुश्किल है दुनिया का संवरना, तेरे जुल्फ़ों के पेचो खम नहीं हैं। मेरी बर्बादियों के हम नशीनों तुम्हें क्या, खुद मुझे भी गम नहीं है।
In January this year, Sharjeel Imam, a PhD scholar at the Jawaharlal Nehru University, completed 5 years behind bars. Meanwhile, his bail plea in the Delhi Riots larger conspiracy case has been pending in the Delhi High Court since 2022. I first reached out to Sharjeel with my questions for this interview via his lawyer in September 2024. But because it is very hard to establish contact with someone who is incarcerated under the UAPA, I did not expect to hear back anytime soon. Finally, in March, I heard back. It was a folder with photographs of handwritten answers that his lawyer had sent to me over WhatsApp. There was a little note at the bottom.
Please do not remove any part of my answers. I will be grateful if it can be published in whole.
We have tried to honor Sharjeel's request and have sparsely edited this interview to allow Sharjeel Imam a sense of agency that the state and the society frequently deny its prisoners. The first thing that I asked him was about his health. So how was he doing really?
It is almost always difficult to accurately describe one's state in words. In my case, it becomes even more difficult because as a student of humanity's state of affairs and also as a political actor in it is impossible to distinguish between the I and everything else. To quote Ghalib, कतरे में दजला दिखाई न दे और जुज़ में कुल, खेल लड़कों का हुआ, दीदाए बीना ना हुआ. However, as far as my physical well-being is concerned, I am all right, with no major ailments to complain of. The restricted regimen of jail does lead to certain discomfort, but nothing to complain about. There is a certain loneliness because there are not a lot of people with whom I can discuss the topics and subjects I am most excited about. And this does take its toll over time.
We then spoke about his family. How often does he get to talk to them? What do they talk about?
I get 3 calls of 5 minutes each per week as per court order, and also a 15-minute video call per week. So a total of 30 minutes. My mother is holding on, hoping that I will be out soon. However, her health is deteriorating and she remains unwell most of the time. She's in her late 60s and has spent a difficult life of patience and hardship, as is the case with most women. The loss of her husband 11 years ago and my arrest 5 years ago made her life even more difficult. I hope I'm able to go out and spend more time with her. Then there is my brother, just 2 years younger, who will be 35 in April. He has been supporting both my mother and me for 5 years now. Apart from that, he has been listening to my demands for books, etc., complaints and the occasional scolding. Despite requests from everyone, including me, he refuses to marry, saying that he won't be able to do it unless I am released, and not just on interim bail. I don't approve of his decision, but I can empathize and try to understand. Our conversations are typical. We talk about court proceedings, especially my long drawn-out bail hearing in the Delhi High Court, 3 years and counting. We talk about relatives, who is doing what, who passed away. We talk about political developments, especially in Bihar. We talk about our village and also the neighborhood I was raised in Patna's Sabzi Bagh, where my mama lives.
Sharjeel Imam, still an under trial, has been in jail for over 5 years now. Therefore, I wanted to find out if on some level he believes that the worst may be over now.
I have started my 6th year in judicial custody. I can't say whether the worst is over. I mean, if you talk about just my bail in this UAPA case, then yeah, 5 years may seem like enough to get bail and hence make us optimistic about the future. However, as I noted earlier, the real issue still remains unresolved. If I have given up my career in the corporate world to study history, to seek justice for my community as well as other oppressed people, to fight for democratization of the Indian polity, to fight for political rights, etc., then getting bail doesn't mean that the worst is over. Such an analysis would mean that the fascists have won in scaring us into submission. The worst is over only when the Muslims of India get their proper share in this democratic setup. This struggle, this incarceration, this is not a personal struggle. I am just one representative of a larger phenomena spanning decades. There is a long road ahead.
If you spend enough time anywhere, you're bound to make a lot of friends, cross paths with a lot of people. But how does that pan out in Indian prisons? 5 years later, has Sharjeel been able to make friends? And while in jail, who is it that he talks to?
Over the years, I have made many acquaintances. Some of them can be called friends as well. But jail is an unstable place. People are released, transferred to other wards or jails, and overnight, you lose someone who had become a part of your daily life. Besides, the first thing you learn here, as I have already mentioned, is to not trust anyone, because almost everyone would say that they are innocent. Many would not even tell you what they are accused of, and that is totally understandable. So it's difficult to ascertain whether one is frank about one's guilt or innocence or motives. In such a context, friendships would be rare. However, there are some who are frank, and I do have meaningful conversations with them. Then there are those who are victims of circumstances. It doesn't absolve them, but one can empathize with them and try to understand their situation. Besides, a lot of inmates, hundreds so far, come to me with their charge sheets, etc. I read charge sheets and judgments on a daily basis and discuss them with the inmates. It has made me aware of a lot of details about these cases and inmates, and I honor that trust by being silent. There are always a few political prisoners here as well, with whom I get to talk once in a while. I enjoy these conversations the most. I have 2 cats living with me in my cell, a 3-year-old male cat Chotu and a 2-year-old Lisa. Lisa's twin Max fell ill and had to be sent outside to a family last week. All 3 have lived with me since their birth, when their mother brought them to me. 2 of them are still with me. Chotu, especially, is my best friend here. I hope to bring them along when I'm released. Apart from that, it's a lonely existence with my books.
A lonely existence with his books. Imprisonment for that long would make anybody think of all the things that we take for granted when we are free. An open sky, an education. So what is it that Sharjeel Imam looks forward to the most for when he comes out?
That is a difficult question to answer. On the personal front, I am looking forward to spending time with my mother and brother. As a student of computer science, I am excited about developments in AI tech. I look forward to learning more about them. As a student of modern history, I realize that a lot of history writing can be expedited through AI because a very large amount of primary data exists in digital format or can be easily digitized, especially for modern history. I also look forward to finishing my thesis on cow slaughter and communal conflict, which was taking final shape when I was sent to jail. But most of all, I am looking forward to a life of learning and struggles, which, inshallah, will be very rewarding. In the beautiful words of Majaz, उठेंगे अभी और भी तूफान मेरे दिल से, देखूंगा अब इश्क के ख्वाब और ज़्यादा.
But these are just a few excerpts from Sharjeel Imam's interview with us. To read the full interview, log on to the Quint's website.